There's a school of thought that trance is reserved for the more advanced student, but actually I believe this is incorrect. I believe that all people, all students, all people that wanting to develop their own abilities, their gifts, their unique gifts, can benefit from sitting for the trance state. And Gordon Higginson, who was a very well-known medium, said that all mediums should begin their development with trance. So firstly, before we go on, allow me just to explain a little bit about what trance is. So trance is where there are different levels of awakening and sleep and deep sleep. Alpha is where our normal day-to-day waking hours, the normal. When we go into beta, that's where we're daydreaming. Theta is sleep, and then delta is deep sleep. So there's different levels of conscious awakening and deep sleep. And when we set the intention for sitting for trance, what happens is it's not just like a meditation. We are intending, with that intent, we're intending to go a lot deeper into the meditative state, to relinquish control, to surrender over to the spirit world, to allow them to come close into our auric field, to blend with us if possible. And when I say the spirit world, I'm not talking about anybody in the spirit world, we're talking about your spirit guides. And if you don't know who they are, don't worry, because they will soon make themselves known to you when you set that intention for the highest good, for whoever is working with you to come close into your auric field. And trance can be there are many different abilities, gifts associated with trance. One of them is trance speaking. So that's where the guide will come close, will blend with the medium and take more control. So they will control, they're never inside the body. It's a control of the vocal cords. And the guide will come and control those vocal cords and speak through the medium. Now, in the beginning of those stages, it will very much be the medium's voice. But it won't be their thought processes. It will be coming through telepathy from the guide. And eventually, over time, if the gift is there of the medium to be able to develop the clairaudience, the gift of speaking, then with the guide the voice will become more evident. It will become more apparent. Actually, it's the guide speaking through the medium, and that definitely isn't the medium's voice. There's also trance healing, and that's where the different levels of that too, because we have psychic surgery, trance healing, where we go into an altered state, again, to deliver a more deeper level of healing to our people that we're administering to. And there's people that go into trance for trance writing, automatic writing, where the spirit take over the hand and will deliver the teachings of the spirit through that writing. There's also the element of painting. I have seen that recently, where some mediums will go into a trance and they will paint or draw. And we also have psychic surgery as well. The drawing. It's gone. Anyway, that'll come back. Where the medium can go into an altered state, allow their guide to come through, and they will draw the person who they're bringing through. And so there's many different aspects. So when you begin to sit for the trance state, just be open to what the spirit world how they might wish to work with you. Because they really do know best, and it's really best to surrender and just to leave that to the spirit world. But even if you're a beginner, trance is really good for helping you to develop your gifts, to find your gifts, to re-strengthen or strengthen that connection that you have with your guide. And that connection will really help you in all your aspects of development. And when we sit for trance, it's perfectly safe. We can sit initially alone, but there's, when we're first starting out, just set that intent just for the guides to come close, to blend. But as we progress, it's better if we sit in a group or with the help and the guidance of an experienced medium. Don't have to be a trance medium, but somebody that understands trance, definitely. I've been sitting for trance for probably about just over 10 years now. I don't do anything publicly. The only thing I do is sometimes my guides will come through and speak, but that's in a very small private circle that I run from home, and occasionally in a one-to-one sitting. But I don't feel I'm at that level of development with my trance guide that he's allowing me to say, right, let's go out there. So at the moment, it's just development, and it's being patient with that as well, and allowing that development to take the right path for you, whatever that is. Very, very unique. So yeah, and I was also trained by Glyn Edwards, who unfortunately is in spirit now, a wonderful trance medium at the Arthur Findlay College, and I did my trance training with him as well. I've also sat to develop other mediums with trance. So I like to think I've got a fair amount of knowledge. I've written quite a lot on the trance state and how it works and what it is and what it means, and I've actually got a blog on my website if you want to check that out, about trance as well. And so yeah, it's a perfectly safe and wonderful experience that I feel is open to everybody who wants to develop their mediumship, their healing, their psychic gifts, whatever it is you want to develop. Just hand it over to the spirit world. Sit, be quiet, be still. Just let them come close into your auric field and really develop you in a way that is right for you.